This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, this is Jen Cohn, voice of Farah from Overwatch, and I've got you on my radar. You are listening to the Nerd Corporation podcast. And remember that justice reigns from above. Happy listening.
Welcome to the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's Thursday. You know what that means.
It's Thursday.
Yeah.
Extreme rules.
Yeah.
I think we're doing a podcast.
Yes. Oh my God.
No,
Fuck.
no. That's not it at all.
You got it right. It's podcast.
That doesn't sound
Thank
accurate.
Thank you. I'll take my leave. That's not something I would do.
That's not something you do.
That's something you do. It is. It's podcast day. Welcome to episode 59. Bitch, please, you've been to space. We're going to be talking about Spider-Man Far From Home. As of this recording, we are just out of the theater watching it. Derek went and saw it
I couldn't wait.
on his own like a loser.
Hey, we all said we were going to go last Sunday, or Tuesday. I wanted to see it that very day that we did the recording, but everybody's like, well, we're going to go Tuesday. And I was like, all right, I'll wait.
That fucking viewing was sold out. There was no way.
It totally wasn't. Like,
according to the
when I looked, the back row of the section, like right in front of the screen, was completely empty.
Yeah, but who wants to sit there?
Dude, that's perfect. Like, because
lost me.
here's why I say that. Because one, like, so I love sitting in that very furthest back row. Yeah, it's still close to the screen, pretty close, but you won't have any dumb motherfuckers kicking the back of your chair.
We didn't have that
aren't
today.
any. Like that. No, but see, that always happens to me anytime I go to a movie.
See, but we were the dumb motherfuckers in the back of
those
two.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because I picked those two seats for, when I bought our 2 tickets, I picked those 2 seats because I was like, there's very little chance that people are going to sit in front of us. And the 2 fucking seats in front of us get picked.
Yeah, dude, like, there's a whole empty theater. And it's
so
very
fucked.
2 front seats were the ones where people were like,
so this
wait, hold up. So, like, just real quick to finish what I was saying. Like, so, yeah, I was gonna go on Tuesday with y'all, and then on Tuesday, guess what I get? A little message going, never mind. And so I was like, you know what, that's it. Fuck it, I'm going. I can't, I'm going. I already waited.
Kind of like when I tried to coordinate an Avengers viewing and you had already seen it.
Yeah.
I hadn't already seen that one.
I can't fucking watch movies like that because it hurts my head. I remember I saw the Last Jedi like that because we got free tickets to go see it, and they were right fucking in front, and I just was like, no, I'm like this, like head cocked to the side, like watching the screen. No, it's.
Yeah.
So that leads me into my little tangent that I want to go into because a lot of this movie, it wasn't ruined, and I'm just fucking with you when I said that I didn't actually like it. I do have problems with it,
Yeah.
but
As Donnie Darko sequel sucked.
yeah, we don't talk about that.
Bubble Boy became Bubble Man.
So
Bubble Boy became Bubble Head.
This is a little PSA announcement, or PSA, public service announcement to every person that's wondering maybe if you should take your kids to the movie theater. Don't. Just don't, please.
Don't
like
do it.
I understand. Like date night is only every once in a while. You can't find a sitter. If you can't find a sitter, don't go. Don't bring your fucking 2-year-old child to a movie. Oh, it's Spider-Man. They're gonna love it. No, they fucking obviously they didn't because they were screaming the entire movie. Please don't take your fucking kids to the movie theater, please.
What is it that it says? If it buzzes, rings, or cries, take it into the lobby.
Get it the fuck outside.
Well, I mean, like, there were these kids that were just screaming, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, can you not read the fucking room? There are people in here that...
Out loud, he goes, it's going to be one of those movies.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, not only that, but there was a moment where it was like dead silent too. I was like, that's, and it was right after one of the kids started screaming. I was like, that's the cue to take your kid outside. Is when they're screaming their fucking head. Dude, I can't. I mean, I have a thing against children in general, but at the same time, when you're bringing these fucking things to, I can't.
Yeah, I mean, if it buzzes, rings, cries, chats incessantly, get it the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean, we were kind of secluded in our little spot, except for the two people in front, which I am 100% convinced they were baked out of their fucking minds.
Yeah.
Because I saw them buying their tickets, and every movement that they were doing was like 25% slow speed. So they were 100% baked.
They had
so
that, they had that look about them, like, I could, yeah, you guys look like you would.
They looked like every stoner in high school ever. So, like, I feel like we were in our own little secluded spot where we could make jokes about, silly little things that are happening in the movie theater.
See, I'm not a fan of doing stuff like that unless it's like if it's something I'm super excited to see. Yeah. I don't want to go in
baked or drunk.
Yeah, baked or drunk. Like, I want to remember the shit. Like, I want to enjoy it. And not get distracted because I can't.
I would love to go see
focused,
Midsummer baked. I think that'd be.
There's a few movies that
unless it's if I'm seeing it again.
I should have gone to baked or drunk because they were so bad. Like this one, I went with my buddy Zach and Spencer and some other people, and I can't remember what the movie was called, but it was a horror movie, and it was like these people go to this like horror like Halloween festival. And it turns out that there's a killer like in the festival who's actually killing people.
I remember that movie, but I don't know the name of it.
Now that's a solid premise.
Yeah, right? You would think, but it was not. It was not good.
I don't know. I mean, you shouldn't take any word that I ever say seriously, but don't ever fucking bring your kids to a movie theater, please.
Except that.
Just fucking don't do it.
Just leave them out.
I mean, like,
let everybody else enjoy
just
a
drop
thing.
them
Trust
off.
me,
Just drop them off at the fire station or something.
If you feel like it is hurting other people's experience with the movie, it probably is.
Well, but that's the thing. Most of those people don't give a fuck about other people's experience.
It's so like, are you fucking tone deaf? Your child is screaming. Like, oh my god, I can't. That's why I go see rated R movies, is because there's a pretty good chance. That's fucking stupid. I shouldn't say that.
Those Tom Segura bits where he goes to a movie and he hears the cry.
I love his baby impression.
And he's like, then he's like, I went to another movie, and I swear to God, and out loud, I just went, no.
Not only that, but there was like a fucking like an almost like horror moment in this movie where the dead Tony Stark is coming out of the grave. I'm like, that's totally something I'd want my kids to see if I wanted them to sleep with me for the next 3 months.
My kids don't care. My kids are so like my daughter would love that part. That'd be like her favorite part. Yeah, she watches like Stranger Things on.
I mean, maybe not for a fucking 2-year-old like this lady, like, oh god.
All right.
Let's get on with the nerd news.
Oh.
Move over, Black Ariel.
Yeah.
We've got a Black Lady 007.
Is this a real thing?
It's a real thing.
It is, and I'm super down with it. I mean, I'll be frank, I never gave much of a shit about 007 to begin with.
Yeah.
How dare you? They're cinematic touchstones of our fucking society.
They've always been kind of just boring for me. Like, just ho-hum. Like, I'll watch them, but they're not that exciting.
Yeah, it's not.
But I'm down to fuck
You
with
can
this.
put down whoever you want as James Bond, but you'll never beat my boy Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan
That's
was
a
Bond.
fact. That's a fact.
That is a scientific
That is a scientific fact.
Can't dispute it.
Can't dispute it. No, I'm
It's Secret Agent Man, not Secret Agent Lady.
and that is a scientific fact. Oh my god, dude! I'm surprised that the backlash isn't as heavy as it is.
I don't think people think it's a real thing because
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hear about it until you shared it, so I don't think it's...
The news just broke today, but I mean...
Oh, yeah.
But usually people are already, like, up in arms.
Yeah, but maybe all the people who would be up in arms are busy at church.
Yeah.
Oh. Could be.
But I'm down with it.
So who's the
I can't remember her name. She was Ashanti in Brotherhood, Val Newman in Fast Girls,
Of course.
Duh.
Maria Rambo in Captain Marvel.
Oh, that's right.
But I don't know, dude. Like, I hope that there's not. I hope people are still reeling over Black Ariel enough to let this one slide.
No, I want their hatred. I want their anger. It makes me strong.
My question is, because, obviously, the James Bond character is a bit of a misogynist.
Yeah, just
a bit, just a hair.
So wonder,
I wonder if it's gonna be her just like sleeping
Running
with all
through.
these dudes,
It'll be
or if she's gonna just be like a fucking like feminist James Bond.
No, it'll be like IT Crowd. She's a female misogynist.
oh my god, if she was gay, that would be the worst part.
What would
Not
happen?
for the movie.
Whoa!
Not for the movie, but for people who would be outraged.
They would
Let me
go,
clarify.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be fucking cool though, is if there was like no promos at all. Like all people knew is that there's a new James Bond movie.
Oh, I
Guess
know.
what? July 12th, go watch it.
Just like a big like teaser splash
Fuck
page
you!
or
You'll
something.
see it July 12th.
Like
Fuck
no,
you.
like no information at
Rob
all.
Schneider is a stapler.
Rob Schneider is a shoe.
The name's Bond. Jane Bond.
I think it should be Jamie.
Jane Bond. Yeah.
I bet it's
Alright.
Jane Bond.
Probably.
Or they'll just call her Bond.
Or yeah, they'll just make up some other random.
What
name.
happened to Daniel Craig? I thought he had like a.
He stepped
No,
down.
he stepped down. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I thought he had like a contract and he had so many movies that he had to make.
I'm sure he made them already.
I
Which is good
pretty
because I didn't
sure
care
he's
much for
sick of
Daniel
it.
Craig. I didn't care much for Daniel Craig.
I mean,
I
it-
think I remember him saying that he was just like over it.
Yeah.
It seemed like no one cared for Daniel Craig
Yeah.
as 007, so I'm not
How
surprised.
dare you? Fucking what's her name? I can't remember her name. The
Dude, the first one that
chubby
he was
lady
in.
that sang the song of one of the sang Skyfall.
Oh, Adele.
Adele sang the song for one of these motion pictures. It's a touchstone to society.
So Madonna sang for "The World Is Not Enough," and that was Pierce Brosnan, and I think that was the better combination.
I just think. What was I gonna say?
Oh, stop it.
I don't know. I had something.
I had a thing.
I swear I did.
I had a something.
While you're thinking,
Mm.
oh,
What was the first Daniel Craig Bond movie? Casino Royale. That
Yeah.
whole parkour scene. That
Yeah.
was badass. I actually
parkour,
was the one.
parkour.
That was like the one James Bond movie that he was in that I walked out of there going, okay, maybe he'll be all right, and then
Okay,
it just
Bond.
kept going
Okay,
down and down and down. And
Okay, Bond. Bond. Okay.
so I posted this on the page, but it's still, I would say, it still qualifies as news. Danielle Panabaker is sadly not going to make it to Salt Lake Comic Con
No.
Bummer.
due
No
to
Killer Frost.
scheduling issues.
issues.
Which is very sad for me.
I wanted to meet her.
Yeah.
We have a new Switch model.
Yes.
Switch Lite.
Yes.
How do you all feel about that?
Diet Switch.
Not feeling it, huh?
Nope, it's just a glorified D-pad, and I'm still not buying one.
I mean, seemingly he likes that about as much as people are into the Birds of Prey movie.
I really fucking.
Which is not very much.
If you can't tell.
Well, I don't know. I was into it.
You mean
until-
the Harley Quinn movie featuring the Birds of Prey?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Harley Quinn movie where they put a couple other people there
Well,
to
the
fill
mo-
out the cast.
The movie is called Birds of Prey, and in parentheses, it's the emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Like, mouthful.
Which,
Horrible.
I mean,
I
it
wonder
sounds like
how
they're-
that like meeting went when they were like telling the cast, okay, so you guys have your movie, you're playing the Birds of Prey. The name of this is the Birds of Prey, and they're just like, all right, and they're like, oh yeah, and the emancipation of one Harley Quinn. They're like, oh, so wait a minute, like,
It sounds like they're kind of trying to, like...
are we even in it?
It sounds like they're trying to Quentin Tarantino the title. You know what I mean?
Right? Like,
Maybe that
fucking-
thing would work if it was directed by Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fucking the Imaginarium of Dr. Barnett.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what are you doing?
So my only issue with the Switch Lite is the fact that it doesn't do the Switch
thing. Yeah, it doesn't like do
It doesn't dock up. The Joy-Cons are like attached to it.
Yep, it's a whole unit.
It's supposedly smaller with a bigger screen and cheaper. To me, this is about as good of an idea as the discless Xbox One.
Yeah.
God, that fucking dog.
Which
I don't know about that.
Coming from that, I can see that there are like pros and cons to it. Because if you just want to take your Switch with you, then you have this.
I think it's a cool idea.
If you have your Xbox, you just want to get digital games, you have that. But
for anybody that doesn't already have a Switch, I think it's a good idea. There are a couple of things that turn me off from it. It's a smaller screen. It does have a bigger battery, but it's not much of a bigger battery.
Yeah, it's only like a half hour extra of time.
It gets rid of the whole, obviously the Switch mechanic, which is either playing it in handheld or playing it on the TV. I think that's really fucking weird, because why wouldn't it just dock into the TV? What was the point of not docking it into the TV? I don't get that. Because it still has...
Even if it's smaller, you could still put it... It would still fit in the dock.
It still has that function of doing other controllers to it, so you can technically still do other Joy-Cons, a Pro Controller, what have you. You can still do all that stuff with it.
Huh.
I just don't understand the point. And not only that, but the price is way too fucking high. It's not...
It's 2, isn't it?
It's $200.
Yeah.
If this thing was $150, that's fucking perfect. I would buy one of those, and I have 2 Switches, so it's I would totally the main thing on it is
I would buy one of those, and you just heard how against it I am.
Well, yeah, there's the fact that it has an actual legit D-pad on it is a fucking a total sell for me. I love the D-pad on a Nintendo console is always great, and so when they throw that fucky thing that they have on there right now on the Joy-Cons, I hate that shit. I don't even know where my other Joy-Cons at, because I have this third-party one that goes on there. It doesn't even have wireless capability. It has to be connected to the console for it to work. And thank you. I really like the idea of that D-pad being on there, and I hope that this
So you like the D?
I do like the D. Yeah. Thanks, Derek. You just derailed me.
He derailed you. You like the idea of the D-pad.
I just think if it was $50 cheaper, I think this thing would be a total sell.
Those colors are god-awful, too.
Oh.
They are.
I like the yellow and I like the blue, but...
I don't like the yellow.
I don't know why they didn't do a black and a white one, or I don't know. They could have went a little more fruity with them. I think that more... bright colors would have worked a lot better. I don't know.
Or maybe even, some... I remember my sister a long time ago got this Dell laptop that you could, switch the backs off of, the different colors. If they had something like that, that would be alright too, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. And something that kind of worries me about it is that they were alluding to the fact that maybe it won't play all the Switch games.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be totally reading that wrong, but that's almost kind of what it sounded like. Like you can play, most Switch games. I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird way of talking about it. And if that's true, that's fucking weird, bro. A Switch that can't play all the Switch games. We had a debacle like that with the 3DS, where there were some games that were better played on the new 3DS instead of the old 3DS. And those other games would play like trash on the old 3DS. I don't know. It's very weird. I don't know. As of right now, it's a no for me, and especially considering the fact that those consoles do not drop in price at all.
Yeah,
I don't see it. For anybody that already doesn't have a Switch, I guess it'd be great. But
so what do you think happens if they don't sell well at all? Do you think at that point they might look at a price change? A base price change?
That happened with the 3DS. The 3DS is historically known as coming out really poorly sales-wise out the gate. And they dropped that thing it was either $50 or $100, but that was all it needed. And then it started selling like hotcakes. So yeah. I don't really know. There's another big rumor that there's a beefy version of the Switch coming out. Not later this year, but it's going to be announced this year, and that's the one that I'm going to be looking at.
Right.
Because I want a bigger screen, I want a bigger battery, I want basically just that. Those are my only 2 issues with the Switch right now. Is that I don't like how big the bezels on the screen of the Switch is. They're way too fucking big. Like, and I don't know if they could have cut down, if that's how they cut down prices to make a profit on these things. But I don't know. Those are really my only two gripes: is a bigger battery and a bigger screen. And you've got me. Like,
This seems like a money grab for Nintendo.
Yeah.
I think this, like...
Well, not only that, but, like, a lot of people are, like, commenting on it, like, maybe that this is, like, the kid-friendly version of the Switch, because
Yeah, but I mean, who asked for this, you know?
I don't really know if anybody really asked for it, but it is a cheaper Switch,
Well,
and
that's
it will get in the hands of other people.
The same people that are asking for all these fucking remakes.
I don't know. I'm not hot on it, but I mean, I'm sure that there is someone out there that's hot on it. So, and I hope success for them for sure, but it's just not for me, I guess.
So I have just a couple. One of them is one that I'll actually get into, but the one I wanted to say is, and I have been listening to this like most of the weekend, just driving around. The Red Dead Redemption 2 soundtrack can now be streamed on like Spotify and Apple Music, and it's fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
Like, I drove around listening to it last night, and I was just like, I feel like I'm Arthur fucking yelling out the window, "Hey, Fowler!" Like,
and then just keep playing the voice.
Stand unshaken.
Oh yeah, that's
I just
like
want
the first song on there.
So it's all available on Spotify then? Because there's only one song that I want to listen to. It's that one that plays when you kidnap that commander from the. It's a very, very late game, but it's the guy that goes. Oh Jesus! Okay, I know what I'm doing after this. I need to find that song because I love that song. I love it, and the song that play. I think they play it when there's another great song that plays during the burning of the mansion too, which is a great fucking song.
Real quick before you do your second one, personal nerd news. I finished that fucking game.
Days Gone.
Okay,
Yes.
Days Gone.
I did. I finished it.
What'd you think?
It's done. Oh, and I forgot to bring it over.
Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna play it anytime soon. Don't worry about
And
it.
that's all you need to know about the game.
I bought Resident Evil 2 again for the Xbox, and that's what I've been playing. So.
Yeah, no, I mean it was good. It was cool. Like I slightly want to continue playing it just because like I don't have all of the craft recipes, and I want to have that big fucking mean ass bat, all that shit. But I mean,
it's an easy platinum.
It's whatever.
It really is.
I'm glad I.
So what'd you think of the ending?
It was all right.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was all right.
The little side endings at the end are really cool.
Did you see the ending where? Did you play it all after the ending, or did you just shut it off?
A tiny bit.
So there's like a scene that we didn't talk about during the spoiler episode, but there's a little scene where you come across the guy from the government agency that's been helping you.
Oh yeah.
He's like O'Brien. He's like a fucking monster now. And
what?
Yeah, no. He's a fucking zombie, and they're alluding to the fact that the government did all of this on purpose.
Yeah.
And that now all these people have like superpowers because that was the end goal of the virus.
So much for your fucking hazmat suit.
Yeah. No, it's fucking wild.
That's
and
crazy.
it definitely shows like, hey, we're doing a second game, and I'm so excited.
Yeah,
for
he's just like, hey, they're evolving, and he's like, yeah, whatever, a freak's a freak, and then he like takes his hazmat off, and he's all like freakered out and stuff.
Oh really?
And he's just like, I'm just telling you.
But
there's
he's
no,
still
and he's still
there's
like
shit
very
coming.
cool. Yeah, and he's like they're he's just like, I'm just letting you know shit's coming, and there's nothing that you can do to stop it. And like the helicopter's like lifting off, and he like leaps to it. Like all freaker
No
like.
shit.
Hell yeah. Dude.
I really think that they
That's
could do
cool.
like
That's
an
cool.
Uncharted to Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2 like quality leap.
Yeah.
Where it's like Uncharted 1 is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
And then but Uncharted 2 is like considered one of the greatest games of all time. I really do think that they'll take like that criticism. and
That's,
put
that's
that
pretty
to heart.
funny.
What was your other piece of nerd news?
There's a new multiplayer mode that's going to be in the new Modern Warfare.
Oh,
It's
that's
called
right.
Gunfight, and
Yeah.
it's a 2v2 deathmatch. And
No shit.
this, I'm like losing my fucking shit over because
It sounds a hell of a lot better than what Gears is doing.
yeah,
It's
Like
like
stupid escalation mode.
Yeah, like the maps are supposed to be like really small to the point where you're always
Like shipment size?
like to the
God.
point where you can always see somebody.
So it says that the setup sees you and another player fighting another two-man team in a map not much bigger than a tennis court. Both teams spawn at either end with matching but randomly chosen weapons, and then it's a fast, ruthless hunt to eliminate the other side. The confined areas throws both teams into conflict almost immediately, and the maps that, this is from Games Radar, that they've played so far are more or less laned rectangles that creates a corner peeking game of cat and mouse to get the first shot off, while positioning and lane choice is a real tactical play. I'm just like, what, dude? Because I'm an avid player of Rainbow Six Siege, and that's all that game is about. Is just like tactics, and like if you go in and play that game like without a headset, without talking to people, then you're
dead.
Gone.
Yeah.
But like I'm hoping they have that in Modern Warfare, because in Rainbow Six Siege you can aim and peek around a corner to like get the perfect shot off of somebody, and I'm really hoping they have that in this game.
At post.
That's
You don't get to win.
Damn. Who's that supposed to be?
I have no time. I don't know.
I don't care.
She looks like she's supposed to be a gremlin. Like, because look at the ears.
Yeah.
She's a gremlin.
I was going to do this, but then I forgot.
Oh yeah, that's a white power thing.
White power thing. How dare you? Cultural appropriation.
We should mention we hit 500 likes on Facebook.
Oh, nice.
Facebook. Talking about racism already.
It's a white power thing.
those damn Nazis. Anyway, Facebook.
I know you're one of them kneeses.
But yes, 500 likes on Facebook.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, guys. You guys rock. We appreciate that you guys like us enough to share the page. And
You the shit.
you the shit. So, and now to the subject of the hour, Spider-Man Far From Home. What'd you guys think of the movie?
I loved it.
I did enjoy it. I stand by my statement that it was no Into the Spider-Verse.
That's apples and oranges, though.
Yeah.
That's really apples and oranges.
But out of I don't know. I mean,
I think Homecoming was a twinge better, just like by a nut hair.
I did like the whole introduction of Mysterio.
Yeah,
Like that was a
Well, I
like
loved
for
how
my
fast
cartoons.
it was.
That was one of my that I really liked watching him in like the cartoons and
I mean,
all that sort
I
of
liked
stuff.
how quickly they were like, and here's Mysterio, and let's get this thing rolling. You know, that was great. But I loved the way they treated that character. Like,
yeah. It was actually an upgrade from how they treat him in the comics. Because I mean, like in the comics and the TV show, he's just some shit on special effects guy. Yeah, he's just like a schmuck special effects guy who's just like, well, everybody's going to take me seriously when I do this. You know?
You'll all see.
But in this one, he worked for Tony Stark and gave him all of his tech, and you know, he called my technology barf. You know, like, and that was like,
I really liked how they connected that all together and made that a thing. That was pretty cool. And you know, it gave it a lot more basis in story you already know, and so like that. I think that's partially why they could just, you know, dive right in. Apart from, of course, the fact that we all already know who Spider-Man is. Like, you're not having to do much setup there.
Yeah.
But, like, tying it to Tony Stark and the people who have worked for him that are disgruntled, like, then you could just go boom, 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 and moving on.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I've liked about this series of movies is that we didn't have an origin story.
Yeah.
Because we don't need one.
Exactly.
We know exactly how that works. We know that, you know, Peter Parker got bit by a radioactive spider and now he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need that story told a third time, and I'm glad that they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Cole, what did you think of the movie? Did you get fucked again?
Go for it. No, go for it.
No, it just like it happened, and then I reached for it, and it
A momentary
So-
fucking.
It's your magnetic field.
He's like, okay, I'll be good.
So, this is a weird movie for me because Spider-Man's really like the only Marvel character that I like actually like. because I feel like his story is so unique, and it's not like it's grandiose in a weird way, but not nearly what.
I just go like that, and it comes back.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro, it's magnetic field. I there's something kind of really weirdly grounding about Spider-Man, like in the idea of like it taking place in New York. I really love like the way that New York has become its own character, not only in the films but in the comics and like in the games and everything like that.
Absolutely,
New York is a character all by itself, and Spider-Man is almost kind of just this otherworldly being that's just part of that much grandiose world. I really love that aspect of Spider-Man. So immediately I'm kind of thrown off with them going, to a different country. And this is in no way that you should take my words like critically at all. Don't listen to me, because obviously you three are way more experienced with the Marvel stuff. This is just kind of my take. I don't like that it's Far From Home. I don't like it. I wanted it.
I don't like the idea of the movie.
Go. I really like I really like it when it's put in New York, and that's a big thing of what I loved about the other movies, and in the game too. Like I feel like the game is doesn't get the PS4 game. I don't feel like that game like gets brought up nearly as much as it should when it comes down to like Spider-Man.
Did you see that video that surfaced a while after the game came out, where the guy was playing it and he was like on top of a building, and then he like looks out his window and that building's right there? I thought that building looked familiar.
But I mean, that's appropriate to the story they were trying to tell, though, because Tony Stark's dead. Peter's pretty much grief-stricken and not wanting anything to do with stuff that reminds him of what happened, vis-a-vis like getting away from superhero stuff, just wanting to be a normal teenager, which first of all is kind of one of his mantras always anyways, that he just wants to have a normal life too. And so he's he wants to go and do the school stuff, he wants to do the school trip along with everyone, he wants to get the fuck away from everything that's reminding him of everything, and so it's very applicable and appropriate to the story.
Makes sense. And I'm not saying that it doesn't. That it doesn't. It's just not for me. Yeah. I just don't like the idea that it's away from New York. And again, that's just me being picky. That's just me being picky.
But you were okay with him being in space. I get it. No, that's cool.
I'm not, though. I haven't seen those movies.
Space New York.
Space.
Keep in mind, like I haven't seen like part of like the phases of Marvel movies. I haven't been a part of this phase since Iron Man 2.
Well, I mean, you saw Endgame.
No, I didn't.
Or did you not see Infinity War either?
No. I haven't seen any of these movies.
Are you high?
Damn it.
I don't...
Even Ellie's upset.
I don't... That's Tilly.
Or Tilly. That's what I meant.
That's why she's upset.
I know who the fuck she is.
You said it perfectly when I was pissing you off, because I told you that it was a bad movie. But it's...
Try and pet her. She's like...
This just isn't my bag. Like, the Marvel movies aren't my bag, so I totally understand it. I had fun. Like, I definitely had fun, but there was just, like... I'm kind of a douche. I just want things to be... Like, that last, like, 5 minutes where they're in New York, I'm like, yes! I love this movie! Like... And the J. Jonah and we'll get it. We'll get into all that shit. I thought all that shit was great. I don't know. And they're like minor things that I don't like. I don't like Flash with his fucking. That's who's supposed to be, right?
Yeah,
Flash.
Flash.
Is his name Flash?
Thompson.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's like this guy that's like just fucking live streaming everywhere. I just thought it was douchey. I didn't, and I get it. That's just part. That's like fucking Fortnite. Like it's everywhere. So of course they're gonna put it in a movie in 2019. Like I get it. Again, that's just a nitpick. I don't like Mary Jane. I don't like her at all. I think this fucking edgy shit that they're doing with her is just dumb.
Well, you have to think that it's not Mary Jane.
It's not Mary.
It's
I
not
get it.
The Mary Jane.
I get it. I just don't like that character.
Yeah.
Like it's not the fact that it's not my MJ. I'm not saying that at all. I just don't like MJ. I don't like this MJ.
Hashtag not my MJ.
I just don't like her. She's fucking edgy and she's like, ooh, they kill people.
She should be a white redhead.
they kill people on this bridge. It just didn't click with me. I just didn't like it at all. And she's obviously the same person in Homecoming, so I'm gonna guess that she was the same way there too. I don't know, and I know I'm gonna get crucified for this, but I don't really like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I don't like
How
it.
dare
Tom Holland's the best.
He's great.
There's something fucking weird about it. He just he's super 2019 nerdy. You know, where it's okay to be nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Again, that's just a nitpick. I know I'm gonna get fucking burned at the stake for that.
And that's why they have Flash Thompson as a nerd, because that's not who he originally is. He's originally this big old jock.
I like Tom Holland, and I'll be right up there on the cross with you, Tobey Maguire.
See, you're an even higher part on the cross. For me. I don't like. I mean, Tobey Maguire was fine. The reason why those movies worked when they worked is because we had nothing before it. So that's kind of the only reason why the Tobey Maguire movies worked in the first place.
And Bonesaw.
Bonesaw ready. Fucking Bonesaw was the best part about all of it.
I don't know. I just kind of feel like I got spoiled with the PS4 game because that Peter Parker was so fucking perfect.
Yeah,
he was perfect, and that story that was in there, and I know that this is kind of like a Disney thing where everything's got to be fucking funny every 5 seconds, and then it's serious the next second, and then there's a funny joke here, and they're doing it with Star Wars too, and I don't like it with Star Wars either.
But I think the thing about it though is that with Spider-Man, that's the Spider-Man narrative.
Yeah, the Spider-Man character is a quippy, funny guy.
No. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying about everyone else. Though.
Yeah,
everyone else has Spider-Man's quippy nature.
Well, but I mean, it's like that. It's way like that, and I mean,
and that's high school.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I did like his fat friend. I thought his fat friend was great.
I think the thing about it is that this is the first time we get a teenage Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This is the first time we get a teenage Spider-Man. We get a grown-up Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. We get a semi-grown-up Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. This is the first time that we go to high school with Spider-Man and figure it out.
It's everybody's traveling back in time.
Yeah.
Now Spider-Man's young. Aunt May is young.
Yeah.
And hot.
J. Jonah Jameson lost his hair somehow.
Happy's going to have to get in line, because damn.
Yeah, right?
One thing I really love is Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. I fucking love Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm a huge fucking Gyllenhaal fan. Ever since I saw him in Donnie Darko, I love him. I think he's a great fucking actor. He brought your idea, when you're telling me that he's this shit on special effects guy, he totally fucking sold that to me, that he's just bitter and he's vindictive and he's going to do anything that he wants.
Absolutely.
And he just pulled all the other bitter, vindictive people toward him.
I thought it was fucking great. I think Jake Gyllenhaal fucking sells that, and I gotta be honest with you, that's kind of the reason why I bought this ticket, is because I just wanted to see him and see how he would pull off a bad guy.
And for me, it was a little bit different because, I'm used to Mysterio kind of being a solo act, and, he's the jack of all trades that just, he's just an effects whiz and does it himself. Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
But I thought what they ended up doing was really cool, though, where
I liked it.
He just had people from every specialization that he just sort of pulled to himself, and kind of had this
team.
This little team going, which was really cool.
The crew.
I wasn't totally sold on the black suit in this movie.
Yeah.
It just
was it supposed to be a new suit? Because it looked like an old suit.
Well, yeah, it was.
No, so there's. Because this one is the new one. I don't know. Are you thinking of the noir Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That's that's multiverse shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
I liked how his eyes flipped up like
this was so he could do stuff in Europe without being recognized as Spider.
Yeah,
so
Night Monkey.
So that suit is,
which might be a little racist.
That suit is the Spider-Man suit of that
Makes sense.
universe.
Yeah.
But this was a completely new one. But it just
I
looked
like the newer suit too.
I don't know. It just looked like he was a special ops Spider-Man.
It just looked uncomfortable.
His mask just looked like a.
He did say it was a little tight in the old Weber, in the web
shooter.
Web shooter.
Yeah.
What are those masks called that they wear in Metal Gear Solid all the time that cover the whole face?
The balaclava.
Yeah, that's what it just looked like to me.
Yeah.
Isn't
Got your new
balaclava
suit.
like an Italian treat?
I mean, I think that's probably
That's
what
a
it...
baklava.
baklava.
It's hey, we got you a new suit. Did you just get a ski mask and some Kevlar and a thermal? What is this?
I don't know. I mean, I again, I'm coming off as the guy that's just not the Marvel fan, and I'm totally okay with that. There's a certain way that I like to have Spider-Man, and it just wasn't that way, and it's totally not. I think it was a great film. I had fun during it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It kind of totally. How do I say this? It confirmed my suspicions that this is pretty much how all Marvel movies are, right? There's genuinely a pretty good tone, and there's they all usually follow the same structure, except for when they threw you for a loop with the end of Infinity War and stuff like that, where everyone died and all that shit. But this is kind of the structure how a Marvel movie goes, right?
I mean, it depends, because Black Panther has a very different tone.
Black Panther does.
There's a lot more gravitas to it than something like Spider-Man, which is a lot more silly overall. And Guardians of the Galaxy is a lot like Spider-Man, where it's got a lot of silliness and things like that.
I need to reiterate that I haven't seen any of these fucking movies.
Yeah, so
I've seen I've seen the Deadpool. I've seen Into the Spider-Verse. I've seen what's the other one? I haven't seen Deadpool 2. But I mean, really, the last Marvel craze movie that I saw was probably Iron Man 3, and I fucking hated that movie.
Yeah, because that movie was bad.
I fucking hated that movie.
Because Jon Favreau didn't direct it.
Yeah,
I didn't. Sure. I kind of really didn't even like Iron Man 2 either. I don't know what it was. Just but again, these movies just aren't they're just not me.
Yeah.
And it the whole time I'm sitting there, I had two thoughts during the movie. I was like, Insomniac, where you at? Where's my next Spider-Man game? Fuck, man, I want to play. I thought about playing Spider-Man again. I was like, fuck, this shit's it's just fun. Spider-Man's such a fucking fun character.
It really is.
And two is why is anime not loved by everybody? Because everybody loves these movies, and there's some serious fucking anime tropes all over in this movie. Mm-hmm. Why is anime not fucking gigantic?
Well, and
but that's just the weeb in me.
I love not just what they did with the Mysterio character, but the whole story concerning Mysterio and the fact
he's a rad fucking character.
Well, and because the whole crux of his character, in comics and cartoons and everything before this, is that he's just this big charlatan, and he uses all the effects to craft this story so that he can become the hero.
Yeah,
and I love that they did exactly that.
Yeah.
That made me so happy.
So one thing that was a little fucking weird, and I turned to you and I had to ask, how did and you told me that Mysterio died by gunshots, but I saw him get shot in the shins, and that's it.
No, he took some to the body.
He hands the glasses to, or he gets the glasses taken off by Peter, and then after that he's like, oh fuck, I'm dying. And then just dies.
He does. He
just took his glasses off, and the glasses was his source of life.
He takes 3 or 4 bullets from the drone.
Yeah.
So how was he still standing and trying to shoot Peter?
Well, because it was his last ditch effort. That was his last energy.
So he'd already gotten shot.
Yeah.
So then, right before he went out, he projected himself down there to try and get the drop on him. And then when that didn't work, that's just when he
gave up,
collapsed.
Okay.
But
I can take that.
Speaking of Insomniac. That fucking nod to the PS4 game was perfect when he's flying through and snaps the picture.
Yeah.
And I was telling Cole when we were walking out that I guess some of the Insomniac devs went to see the movie, and when that happened, they just stood up and fucking applauded.
That's
and I
awesome.
just think that's the greatest thing in the world.
That's way cool, dude. I really I loved it. It wasn't drawn out. It was
very fast paced.
Yeah, very fast paced, very neatly packaged. I think it's like I said. I think Homecoming was just a twinge better.
I'm gonna have to go watch it.
But the movie was everything I wanted a Spider-Man movie to be.
So
you're not going to beat Michael Keaton as a villain.
Come on.
Really quick. What did you think about the fact that they're still bringing in Skrulls and kind of teasing Skrulls?
Yeah. That end credit scene. Oh my lord!
Because every time they do that shit, I'm just sitting there crossing my fingers, going, "Come on." Secret Invasion.
That was
Secret Invasion.
So I had to ask Eddie. I was like, "That's your thing."
That is my thing.
That's your thing.
Because
I think I was the only one in the theater that was surprised at that, because when they when they transform back into themselves out loud, I was like, "Oh my god, no!"
Yeah.
And the theater was just like dead silent, and I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah, I'm my bad. But yeah, no, like, because that's the thing. Like, they're taught, I don't remember who it was, but somebody was like, yeah, they're not going to do that, though, because the Skrulls are good, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? No, that's fucking stupid. That's a stupid reason not to do it, because there are good people, there are bad people. There could be good Skrulls, and there could be bad Skrulls. Plus, these people are refugees. That's why they're on Earth. So clearly, it sounds like in the background out there somewhere is an evil Skrull nation just trying to get in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's absolutely feasible, and I really wish, I hope
Do you
they
think
do it.
there's any Skrulls out there that are a little bit older? Maybe some Elder Scrolls?
Ooh! That's an knee slapper, right?
And I thought it was always me.
I would love to see that whole Skull and Kree thing.
Yeah.
Them fighting each other, like that would be dope.
What do you think? What do you think Nick Fury's doing out in space?
No idea. Maybe trying to find that Skrull invasion or that Kree invasion.
He looked like he was kicking back a little bit.
Well, yeah,
he
but
looked a little comfortable.
He only had that one little room.
Well, no, but he
though.
came out and he's wearing like fucking joggers and he's like, "Where are my shoes?"
Yeah.
So
So
this
but
is
like
the-
then there's all that crazy shit going
Well,
on
yeah,
around
yeah,
him.
yeah.
So there's like
So
some
this
shit
is
going down.
the first movie that's coming after the main phase, right, of
Yeah.
Endgame and everything.
Well,
like
this
that.
is the end of Phase 4.
Okay, so it's still technically part of that phase?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This-
because they talk a lot about the blip. Because like they've already, like Endgame has already happened. This is like right after Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm just
these are
wondering,
still-
like, this movie almost kind of has, like, the unfortunate task of being the new... That's almost kind of what it seemed like to me, that it's the one after Endgame, everyone was excited, like this big build-up was Endgame, obviously, and then this movie's coming out at a weird time where it's like, okay, now we have to kind of start building towards
yeah.
Yeah.
Scrolls, which almost kind of makes it sound
I
like
feel
maybe
like-
that's the new Endgame that they're building up to.
I feel like a lot of people will
I don't know, that's just me.
want to see this anyways because
because it's fucking Spider-Man.
Before I'd even seen Endgame, like I knew, I wanted to see Endgame because I'm like, what the fuck happens after everybody gets snapped
Well, yeah,
away?
there's a lot of open-ended
And
things.
after Endgame, when they went back with the stones and brought everybody back, and then sent the stones back, it's like, okay, now what the fuck's gonna happen?
yeah.
Oh, here it is. Here it is in Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think it was a neat way to just put that bow on the end of Phase 4. Like, it now we don't have to do anything else that involves Phase 4, and we can move on to the 5th phase.
I did like all the little murals, like all over the world to Tony. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that like the Iron Man mask everywhere was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That zombie Iron Man was dope.
Yeah, it was the little gag that he had where it was Edith.
Yeah.
Even dead, I'm still the hero or
Yeah.
something like that.
Even dead, I'm the hero.
I thought that was great.
Did you see when Spider-Man was at that party when he was still wearing the Iron Spider suit, and he came out to talk to everybody, and everyone's flocking towards him, and it's the one little kid that had like the plastic
paper.
plate with the Spider-Man mask.
Yeah.
It's like, that's awesome.
Why didn't he wear the Iron Spider suit, I wonder?
Well, yeah, I don't know, because
It's kind of like they just
Because he
said-
wasn't going to
it was-
bring any suit at all.
well, yeah,
He wasn't going to bring any suit at all, and then
May packed
tax it.
But that, I think really the only reason for that was he was like, well, I don't want, because he says it in the movie, I don't want to wear like the Spider-Man suit because then everybody will know Spider-Man's here, and
See,
then my
here's
classmates
how-
will go, well,
Here's how they're gonna know that Spider-Man's here when he's wearing the black suit doing Spider-Man shit.
it's comic book logic, okay? It's comic book. No, he's
Glasses off, not Superman.
Wait, who the hell are you?
Glasses on, Superman. Like
Oh.
that.
Exactly.
Oh, Eddie's back.
Opposite.
Yeah.
But
This man.
But yeah, like that's exactly. He didn't want his classmates to go, oh look, Spider-Man's here, but Spider-Man's also where we live, so Spider-Man must be one of us. and then figure it out and deduce who Spider-Man is.
So a big thing is that MJ now knows that Peter is Spider-Man. How did you feel about that?
It's a common Spider-Man trope. Like, MJ is usually in the know.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, like, how did you like her reveal to him knowing that?
Oh, I saw it. I saw it coming. It was kind of really like it was like really in the light.
That part felt a little phoned in.
It was like super phoned in.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're Spider-Man. I mean, obviously she's just talking shit, and then he's like, "Well, yeah." And she's like,
"Oh, wait."
Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
So I really like the action sequences in this.
Yeah.
Movie.
Oh,
I really only liked like the end part. Like, I thought the end part when he's fighting all the drones, I thought that was sick as fuck.
When he was flying through the air in slow motion and all the bullets are whizzing past.
Well, see, I just loved all of the different effects that Mysterio was doing, and just all of the different.
He's such a cool fucking.
I thought it was really cool because he mentioned that he was going to get inside the illusion, and I'm like, oh, is he talking like metaphorically or something? And he goes inside it, and all those they're just flying really around cool. Like constructing it. And I was like, oh my god, that's awesome.
I think
that was legit.
My favorite thing about it is, see, the difference between Spider-Man and a lot of the other heroes is that he's a very evasive fighter. Like, he doesn't go in and tries to fight.
No.
Like, he avoids the fight. He makes the fight kind of swarm around him and
come to him.
Yeah, and so like I love how he was trying to save everything. Like, those web actions are like my favorite parts of every Spider-Man movie. Is just like, how are they going to use the webs this time? Because the webs themselves are also characters. Like when he put the webs in between the two posts of the bridge and like brought all them down, and he like slingshotted them out. Like, those things to me are what makes the Spider-Man him, you know what I mean?
Because he's trying to save as much.
Yeah, if he just ran in and punched stuff, he'd be Luke Cage. That's not Spider-Man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he's not
he
like... He
does do very little fighting with his fists.
Yeah, he does, and that's just how he does it. Like,
I love that they brought in like the webbing wings too.
Yeah.
That was really
that web
cool.
Parachute was too much for me.
That was a little...
Yeah, that's where I was
it
like...
didn't work.
It didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything.
There's no parachute there.
It was so small. Like, what was the point of it being so fucking small?
I just think that was just... I was like, okay, no, don't do that, Marvel. That's not a something you do.
It's not a something you do.
Yeah, I just remember you being like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because he did it, and I'm just like, the fuck?
He's still falling. He's still falling at the same speed.
Too much.
Fucking weird. It was weird.
I think the whole Aunt May and Happy thing was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoyed that.
Well, and I love that because, like, everything about Spider-Man, anything with Spider-Man that doesn't have to do with, him fighting evil and whatnot, is all about how awkward interactions are and can be. And, like, so just that, the end where Happy and Aunt May are, like, he's asking him, like, what's going on? Like, what are your intentions with my aunt?
Yeah.
Like,
you and I are going to have a serious conversation.
Yeah, and, Happy's like, oh, yeah, we're in a thing. And Aunt May's like, well, oh, no, we're just, no, it's not a summer fling.
I love that scene where they're in the room hiding from, like, the drones are beating the door down, and they're just like, oh, I did this and this. And he's just like, I'm in love with Spider-Man's aunt. And I thought we were sharing.
Yeah. Like, I love how they... I mean, it's great that, everyone in his immediate sphere kind of has that same awkwardness when it comes to relationships and human interaction.
I'll tell you this, though. If we don't see a Spider-Gwen sometime soon...
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
I'm raiding Area 51.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Can we stop with the Area 51? Not you.
No,
not
I know.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Knock it off,
Derek.
It's not that funny.
It's really not.
Like, I started thinking about it. I was like, the internet has this like unnatural gift with just absolutely running things into the fucking ground.
Yeah.
There were a couple things that were surfacing a couple years ago where it's like Disturbed playing at the South Walmart in this podunk town. I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. But, like, it's just out. It's just fucking stupid now.
It's just like it's at the point where like every Tom, Dick, and Harry has their funny idea of a meme that's going around, and then it's. I'm getting irritated.
And now it's just
meme
scroll
culture.
through your Facebook and it's just like, when you fucking made Area 51 and you got an alien girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus.
It's like holy. I know we're going on a tangent, but holy fuck! Like,
Well,
all
I'm
good things.
sorry I brought it up.
All good things have to end.
Triggered. I know.
Oh my god! I was just waiting for an Area 51 thing to come up in this fucking podcast. 'Cause I knew
leave it to this guy.
I knew. Well, I didn't know it was going to be Derek, but I knew it was going to get brought up, and it's just like
Got no room to talk, Mr. Dad Joke.
Please, internet.
Elder Scrolls.
Please.
You're the dad joke guy.
I know.
It's just not funny. Same thing with the gamer girl water. It's not funny anymore. Please stop.
Well, people got herpes from that. It's definitely not funny.
No,
that's not true.
So
That's not
actually
true.
somebody that purchased it bought it, and when they got it, they ran tests on it. And
It's just water.
There's no evidence of any human DNA in the jar of water,
Obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
which makes her even more of a fucking genius, dude.
Well, like
She just sold jars of water to fucking like
$30, bro.
1,000 fucking weebs.
yeah.
Just gobbled that shit
it's
up.
gotta be more than that.
I mean, she's hot as fuck. Don't get me wrong. She's way hot, but at the same time, like,
It's sold out. It's sold out in 2 days.
Like, what do you mean sold out? You can just take more baths.
Well,
Like,
what she put up on
Yeah.
her store was gone in 2 days.
Not only that, but like her like ultimate tier of Patreon is $15,000,
wow.
and she's gonna send you a tub of water that she bathed.
Why?
For
Like
15
not
grand,
like
I better be
not like a tub that you bathe in, but like a tub that you like a storage tub.
Oh.
And she's gonna just it's really funny because she posts a picture of her sitting in it in Instagram, and she's like $15,000, and this can be yours.
Wow.
And I'm just waiting.
Well, someone
I'm
will.
waiting for someone to like
Someone will.
either ironically or unironically buy that shit. Just
Yeah.
it'd be funny because that's 100% what the gamer girl water was. It was totally an ironic joke where it was like I bought it, funny, you know,
Yeah.
and then like gave it to their nerdy friend as a gift or something. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a fucking genius because
She
she
is.
probably made a ton of. Not only that,
yeah.
it was 30 pounds, so it was like what, $50. Paid $50 off of each one of those.
Well, I think they were 30.
It was 30 pounds.
No, $30.
I'm pretty sure it was 30 pounds. Because she's from English.
Oh, well.
She's from English. She's from English. The English place over there.
She's from
A
English.
bite to the James.
A bite to the James.
James.
Anyways, yeah, Spider-Man was a good movie.
Bite the
You gotta check it out.
Bite the gym.
I mean, you've probably already seen it by now, so.
But at the gym. One of my favorite parts, I think, was his little Tony Stark nod. Like, I can just imagine the director being like, okay, now act as much as Tony Stark as you can. And while he was making his suit, he had his arms crossed. Even,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he was like moving and grabbing the thing and
Moving the thing over
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. And
It was fun. It was a nice little. I was expecting like a RDJ cameo where he was, he could have been like, "What's up, kid? I'm dead, but you've got this. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Gave him a little pep talk,
Yeah.
and that was going to be like his send off into the third act or whatever. But it was still, I think it was an awesome movie.
So, I want to go into speculation mode. Where do you think the next Spider-Man movie is going to go? Knowing what has happened in the last...
Russia.
No, I think
Further from home.
Yeah. I think
And then the next movie will be on the way back.
So, I mean, for obviously the people that don't know, there's a little scene where he's, like, taking MJ, swinging around, and then he's, like, the TV comes on.
Oh, yeah.
We get that fucking amazing J. Jonah Jameson little appearance right there.
And
And that's
he's
such a
praising Spider-Man.
And that's such a Mysterio move.
I thought he was praising Mysterio.
Was
yeah,
he?
he
No,
was.
it
He
was
was praising
Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Was he? Because
Yeah, he died a hero or something.
I thought he was saying, like, Spider-Man was the greatest hero. Or
No,
something
that was
like
what he was saying that about Mysterio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because
and
he's
that,
framing the fuck
and
out
that
of
was
Spider-Man.
such a Mysterio move, too.
Yeah.
Like, just in case I lose. Fuck you, Spider-Man!
Yeah, just that last-ditch bitter effort
Yeah.
just to...
I hope that, like, somebody is walking past and just hear, "Fuck you, Spider-Man!"
I'll kill you later, Nimoy.
Clown has no penis.
But yeah, no, I really...
He frames him. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, and like messes with the audio to make it sound like he's...
and then reveals him.
Mysterio
Yeah.
pops up and you don't think it's going to happen because the beat cuts out. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh.
That was...
And then he comes back and goes, Spider-Man is Peter Parker. And then just this fucking giant picture. Like,
That was fucked up with them too, by the way.
Just
Like
the high
that little
school
cutout, and
picture.
you're like, oh, good. No!
Yeah.
Oh, that was so...
I think-
that was mean.
Where do you think it's
That
going to
was
go?
mean.
I'm thinking it'll go towards...
No, it has to go to Russia. Nobody knows
Yeah,
who is there.
yeah. No, like it'll go towards that whole media frenzy and the people being like, okay, this and that and the other. He's this
Well,
Spider-Man.
And so here's the thing, though. Like, with the whole, registration thing of Civil War, the government would already know who Peter Parker is and that he, Spider-Man is his alter ego and everything.
But he wasn't registered, was he? He just kind of showed
he was.
up.
Well, I mean, he was part of the people who were pushing for that.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm sure, obviously, Tony wanting to do the right thing, air quotes, would have gone, okay, well, I'm going to pull you in here, but by the way, da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And, so I'm
Yeah,
sure...
right after he killed Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
right
Killed
after,
Tobey Maguire,
right
took
after
his
he
suit.
melted him and stirred it into a vat of...
And then he killed the other one. What was his other name?
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Yeah, he killed him too. So he's like, yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. You don't know I'm Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I think
Tom Holland thick as fuck, bro, by the way.
Yo,
His ass
Aunt May. I'll be thick,
Dude.
Dummy thick.
Aunt May.
thicker than a bowl of oatmeal, girl.
That fucking video where she reads the notes in court and he's just like,
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. I said it. I think this is a good way to introduce Norman Osborn.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
it would be.
please, Green Goblin. Fuck
Yeah,
dude.
I think it's a great way to introduce Norman Osborn because he'll have the connections to make sure all that goes away, or he'll, figure something out in a way to, try to help him, and then be like,
I haven't even put any thought into this. It just popped into my head. But who do you think would be a good Norman Osborn?
I was just about to ask this question.
I just say bring Willem Dafoe back.
I honestly just.
I mean, has anybody
Hey,
ever
they brought
done a-
Jameson back.
and then have his classic quote. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
Yeah. I don't know.
Me and you could rule this city, Spider-Man!
Well, because, I feel like... Well, yeah, because, it would be a bit of a leap to go straight to Harry if you don't have Norman yet.
Yeah. And it's crazy though because Willem Dafoe made that character. He didn't.
I can't imagine anybody
wasn't-
doing it
See,
better.
I hated that character, but absolutely not because of Willem Dafoe. It was because of that hack-ass job suit they had.
Yeah, and I honestly
You didn't
think
like the suit?
I hated
No,
the
fuck
suit.
that
Why
suit.
you
Fuck
like the
that
suit?
suit.
Yeah, that
Have
suit was
you
whack.
have you
as-
seen the original?
Yeah.
Like,
He actually looks like a goblin.
yeah, he has a kind of like a Halloween mask, it's an
do you
actual
want
mask.
Spider-Man to look like an actual spider?
No, but Spider-Man looks like actual Spider-Man, doesn't he?
I'm just fucking.
Doesn't he?
I don't have any problem with it. I mean, that was just kind of a product of its time. That was early
It was.
2000s. Everyone was
It
wearing
was,
spandex.
and I just wasn't down with the.
Yeah, I mean, I know what he looks like. I don't know.
I wasn't
mean,
down with the big tactical, assault suit, and I didn't like it because the Green Goblin, his whole fighting is with his wing.
Yeah.
It's not his special suit that does anything.
So does
He's got a purpose, for God's sake.
He does have a purpose.
in the comic, does he have is Norman Osborn's descent into madness kind of the same way? He's injected with something or something like that, or is that totally just liberties that they were taking?
No, he has super strength, and I don't recall. I think it's kind of him trying to recreate the super soldier serum.
Okay. Of Captain America.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I remember right. I could be completely wrong because it's been a super long time.
I just remember that suit being really scary, and that
But,
was the whole purpose of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's fine. Have him, have his strength and everything like that. But his whole thing is kind of the antithesis of Spider-Man, or not the antithesis, but just kind of the flip side of the coin, really.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, I just remembered this one part when he like hits him with the sleeping gas and he's like, "Go to sleep, spider."
But he's kind of a similar thing where he's just the opposite side of the coin. Where Spider-Man does more ranged attacks, or he'll swoop in and hit and get out.
Yeah.
Like that's what Green Goblin does. Mm-hmm. He has his glider, and his glider has got he's got bombs in his purse, and then his glider has all the other stuff too. And that's what he uses to go through and do stuff. So like having this hardcore tactical, like almost robotic suit is kind of irrelevant and missing the point.
Yeah, I agree.
I just think it was one of those liberties that they took. They're like, we're trying to make this kind of like popcorn movie. Yeah. I mean, like I get where I bitched about even dumber shit. So I totally get it.
Yeah.
Like I totally get it.
I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about this, but maybe Tom Hanks.
He's too pure.
He's
too pure.
Let's not taint the
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He'd make a better Harry than he would have.
Yeah, I don't think he
old.
looks old enough. He's not young, but he doesn't look like a grizzled older.
If he could pull the accent off, Oscar Isaacs could do it.
I could see him as a great Harry.
Oscar Isaacs?
Yeah.
I'm not Googling who that is right now.
It's Malfoy's dad.
Oh,
wait a minute. Whoa, what?
yeah,
Who are you talking about?
The guy that plays
Never mind, not that.
What's his name?
Oscar Isaacs.
Wait,
you're talking about Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
What's his name?
His is like
The only Oscar
something.
Isaacs that came up is a Guatemalan.
No,
dude.
you're that's not the right name.
Or what's his name?
I can see that now though.
Yeah, Malfoy's dad would be a great fucking pick for.
No, that's Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs is
Yeah.
what his name.
So I was right though. Oscar Isaac is the guy.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac
is
is
Poe
Poe
Dameron.
Dameron,
Yeah.
Poe
He'd be
Dameron
fucking great.
Harry though.
Harry,
Yeah,
though,
he
wouldn't
would be.
Let's get the Isaacs guys
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Jason Isaacs, I think, would be a great goblin.
Jason Isaacs, I think, would do really good.
I see him in a lot of MCU roles though. Like I think he'd make a great Doom too.
Yeah,
He'd make a great Doom.
I think he would have been a great Collector.
Oh, Collector would have been great too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot of. What about Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell.
No,
Ego?
I don't.
Wasn't he Ego?
Yeah, he was Ego. So he's already in the MCU. Not that they couldn't, but it'd be a
Fuck
little...
it, bring Michael Keaton back.
Josh Brolin's in it twice.
Yeah.
Fuck it, bring Michael Keaton back. He could be the Vulture and the Goblin.
So what's up with Sony owning Spider-Man? Do they just not want to give it up? Or like what? Like,
I mean, would you?
I just like that was kind of one of the things, and not only that, but like everyone using fucking shitty
Sony's just like
smartphones.
I can-
like, hey,
I
what
can
you got
see-
there?
that's-
Nothing.
That's what I see it as. Is like they're just like they're fucking clutching onto Spider-Man like it's their last.
That's their
goddamn
moneymaker. That's their moneymaker as far as the superhero movies are concerned. And it was funny because I was telling you guys, like, I can see where the honest trailer is already going, in a world where everyone uses Sony telephones. I think,
God, those phones are so fucking ugly too.
they're horrible.
Gigantic fucking
Horrendous.
bezels on the top and bottom of the... Get with the times.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. I don't know. I mean,
Get out of spare fucking parts, aren't you?
I thought it was a good movie. I don't know. There's just something cold about it, but that's just me.
In all, I think the movie was just neatly packed, and it was a great way to finish off Phase 4.
It was greatly
Yeah.
paced. It had good humor. It had good characters. It had good action, which I feel like is everything that's needed in a popcorn
And
movie.
for me, there wasn't much in the movie that was surprising, but in this case, that was kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say refreshing, but, it hit all the marks that I wanted it to hit.
Yeah, exactly.
And so-
Same here.
This
It
guy,
was great.
I was trying to think of his name, Doug Jones.
Who?
Doug Jones?
You don't see him.
Oh,
in a lot of
yeah,
stuff, but he was
dude.
in Pan's Labyrinth. He's in John Dies at the End.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's
Does he play
Abe
the-
from Hellboy. Like he's not like a. You don't see his character.
You don't see his person.
unmasked.
Yeah.
But I think he would be awesome.
I think he would.
Does he play the fish guy
Yeah.
in the fucking weird
in
the shape. Yeah,
Shape of Water.
Shape of
He's
Water?
Amphibian Man.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, I think he would do a great Norman Osborn. Actually, I don't know. I all in all, I gave this movie a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're waiting
A
on you.
begrudging yes.
A begrudging.
I mean, if I had to give it my own personal score, I mean, it was a solid 7.
yeah,
that's
that's
pretty
where
much
that's
it.
where I figured you'd be.
Yeah.
I mean, like I that's just me being a douche, though. I mean, it's a great movie to go and watch. Just don't take your fucking kids to it. If
just
they're-
don't ruin my movie watching experience with your little shit demons.
If they're a year to 2 years old, just if you're wondering if it's a good idea to take the kid, it's probably not. So just don't.
To
Don't
any
do it.
movie ever.
Don't do it.
Ever.
Unless you're gonna go see
I remember this
fucking
one time-
VeggieTales or some shit.
Yeah, we went to a fucking horror movie and somebody brought in their kids, and I'm like, really?
That's not.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking stupid?
That's not something you do.
I mean, like, I get it, man. It's hard to find sitters out here, but everyone's got, like, a niece or something. You know, like, fuck, man.
Or like 3 generations of family.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, don't give me that bullshit that they're all far from home. You know?
Ah!
Got him.
You said the word of the day! Dab on him.
Got him.
Damn on them.
I don't know. I'm excited to see the next movie. On
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
go from here.
I-
And it makes
I
me
am-
want to watch Homecoming.
Yeah.
Please do watch
It's-
Homecoming.
It's good.
It's just a twinge better. I think you'll find it a lot better just because it is all in New York.
I just don't know what it is about Tom Holland. There's just something weird about it.
By the way, because I finally watched fucking Endgame last night in a last-ditch effort
What the
to
fuck? That wasn't a dog.
not
That was
have
a
that
person.
spoiled for me, you know. I finished watching it at like 4 in the morning because I forgot it was 3 hours long.
So what's the I Love You 3000? That's what I'm curious about.
I Love You 3000 is something that Tony said to his alternative timeline daughter.
So what's the 3000?
Just a number. It was
So
just,
I Love You like 3000.
I Love You 3000.
His favorite movie was that Mr. 3000 with Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's got good taste.
But I was gonna say because I finally watched it with I acquired it. I was googling it because I was like, oh my god, when does this can I like stream this somehow? And it hits streaming on the 30th of this month,
Oh, nice.
and it comes out on DVD and stuff like that. I think
So-
next month.
I saw something on the interwebs, like a fucking like a mega fuck you gigantic pack of all the Marvel movies. Is that a real thing?
I don't think so.
Because it's like all is it 24 films?
24. 25 if you count.
I think
Spider-Man.
that'd be fucking rad. Like
I
I would buy that.
I would
just so
own
could-
that.
Yeah,
I would
Yeah,
own
because
that.
you haven't seen like all of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of them. So I would love to. I'd pay good money for that just so I
Yeah.
could have it and watch all these movies.
I would. Yeah, I would love.
I would like to get that and then go back and watch everything chronologically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
so
would be
like
fun.
watch. Yeah, because you'd have to start it
start
with
with Captain America.
yeah, Captain America, the first Avenger, and then go to Iron Man, and then Captain America 2, and then
Yeah, because when they came
oh,
out, Iron Man was the first one.
I still love how scrawny Cap is with that giant fucking head.
So like, what
great.
movie should I like?
Fucking
What movie should I like stay away from? Because I'm sure that there's not.
Don't
great
yeah,
Marvel
like
movies.
don't watch. Well, I don't know, dude. Like honestly, I've liked all of them except for Iron Man 3.
Wasn't some of the Captain America ones not great?
Like
Like,
I
Winter
like
Soldier.
Captain America.
I mean, I guess that's
Yeah,
kind of just
Winter-
up to your preference. None of them
think
are
that
bad movies.
My favorite
but-
so far is probably Civil War. Like I fucking
Civil War was
love
probably the
Civil
best.
War.
Civil War was where they introduced
The
Spider-Man.
new
That Tom
Spider-Man.
Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah, So I think Civil War.
And the internet broke.
yeah.
Yeah.
Civil War and Guardians, the first one, were my favorites.
Yeah, I love the whole Guardians franchise.
Yeah, so I really Iron Man 3 is the only one you really need to stay away from. Other than that,
I
though,
don't even remember that movie.
I mean,
I just
Thor
remember.
Dark World is kind of garbage too.
so Thor: Dark World was kind of garbage,
I thought it
but they
was the
really
other one.
redeemed themselves with Ragnarok.
They did. They did.
I thought it was Ragnarok that wasn't. good.
no,
No,
Ragnarok
Ragnarok
was
was good.
great.
Yeah, Ragnarok was the best one out of the three.
Yeah.
So that concludes our episode on Spider-Man. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. We recommend it. It's a great movie.
And sorry about all the spoilers.
Sorry, well, no, because you already
We didn't
knew.
really spoil that
Well,
much.
no, but I mean, You're telling people to go
Except
watch it
for
now
the end credit
after
scene.
everything that we've said.
Yeah, except for the end credit scenes. But yeah, if you haven't seen it and you've listened to this whole thing, you probably don't care about spoilers.
Yeah.
If you're this far into our podcast,
Hey!
Right?
you already know what we do.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like Mysterio's a bad guy, and so like the whole time you're going like, okay, when's he gonna turn?
Yeah.
You know? Like he was a good guy in the first. I was spoiled on this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I already knew everything going in.
And then he got a couple drinks in him at the bar, and he was like, "Good job, everyone!"
How many lemonades have you had?
Bold of you to assume I'm drinking
Okay.
lemonade.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I'm not 21.
But it's Europe.
This is Europe.
It's Europe,
Yeah.
man.
As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Twitter and Instagram at Nerdcourt Podcast.
Or you can shoot us an email at nerdcourtpodcast@gmail.com.
Google.
And if you want to fight the rogues gallery of Spider-Man animals, because you know they're all animals, the bad guys, most of them.
Well, because he's a spider.
Yeah, get it?
Mysterio's not an animal.
Hey, I get that. I get that reference.
I understand that reference. Well, if you want to do all that shit with us, subscribe to our Patreon. Patreon.com/Nerdcore Podcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from stickers and shirts to add-ons and bonus content. So for the Nerd Corporation, my name is Eddie Lyon.
I'm Cole Simper.
I'm Nick Lewis.
And I'm Derek Reese.
Same spider time, same spider to catch us. Same spider time.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.